Good morning. Welcome to this week's children's lesson for Unity of Tampa. We are continuing with our series on the unity principles for the children, and today we are moving on to unity principle number 3. Unity principle number 3 is I create my experience by what I choose to think, feel, and believe. So our affirmation for today is, I choose loving thoughts. You can repeat with me. I choose loving thoughts. All right, so now we are going to read a story that goes along with our affirmation and our unity principle. So we are going to read a story called The Parable of the Sower. So a sower, there's a couple different meanings to that word. The meaning that we're talking about here is somebody who plants seeds. So when you plant a seed, you can say that you're sowing a seed. That is S-O-W. Sewing with like a needle and thread, that's S-E-W. So that's a different thing, but that's not what we're talking about today. And this is from the Bible. It's from Matthew 13:3-9 and 18-23. So you can find it in your Bible at home and read along with me if you have a Bible. If you don't have a Bible and you would like a Bible, you can contact us and I will give you a Bible to keep at home with you. Listen, a sower went out to sow. As he sowed, some seeds fell onto the path. The birds came and ate them up. Other seeds fell on rocky ground where they did not have much soil. They sprang up quickly, but since they had no soil, they quickly withered away. Because plants need to have basic things to survive. They need water, they need air, they need a place to grow, and they need sunlight. And if they don't have the soil to grow in, they won't live. Just like if we don't have food, we won't live. The soil is like the food for the plants. Other seeds fell among thorns, and the thorns grew up and choked them. So they weren't in a healthy place either. Other seeds fell on good soil and brought forth grain, some 100-fold, some 60, some 30. Let anyone with ears listen. So if we think about what this story might mean to us and how we can use it in our own life, God is like the sower. He plants seeds within us and within the world. And the seeds that he plants are all of the truths of his wisdom for us. And they're all the seeds of thoughts and different thoughts. Maybe they might be good thoughts that are going to take root in our brains and grow. And maybe they might be bad thoughts that might have thorns and be harmful to us. They're always coming into our mind. They're always coming into our mind. But it's our choice to decide whether we're giving them the place that they can grow or we're letting them go away. So the kinds of thoughts that we want to have are the good ones. We want to keep the good positive thoughts and the good positive feelings that God is giving us. And we want to get rid of the ones that are not good. We want to get rid of them. So our minds are like the soil. Different minds are different and they have different things within them. And certain times our mind might let a seed grow. And certain times our mind might not let that seed grow. And we want to make sure that when we're letting a seed grow, we're letting the good seeds grow, not the bad seeds. So we don't want to let any hate or any anger or jealousy, anything like that, grow in our brain. Now, it could come into our brain, right? And it could be there for a little bit, but we want to let it wither away. It doesn't mean that we're bad if we have those thoughts that are bad or negative. But we don't want to keep them there. We don't want to let them grow and take over our whole brain. We can't let that happen. So it's up to us to make that decision. God can't make that decision for us. God gives us all the different seeds in our brain, and it's up to us to sort through them and decide which ones we're going to let grow. And that's hard work. but it's work that's important for us to do. So you might have talked about something like this in school, where you talk about having a growth mindset. You talk about when instead of saying, I can't do this, you might say, I'm still getting better at this. That's the same thing that we're talking about here. We want to make sure that the thoughts in our brain are positive. That doesn't mean that everything that's happening is always going to be positive, but we want to make sure what we're putting out and what we're letting grow in our head and in our heart is positive. So, we have a craft that goes along with this. If you go onto the lesson on the website, you will see a picture that looks like this. You can print this picture out, or you can copy it and paste it into a document and make it on the computer, whichever one is easier for you. And then you are going to write on each flower petal and decorate, if you want, something that you want to let grow in your mind and in your heart and in your spirit. So things that I wrote, I want to let faith grow. So instead of feeling fear, I'm going to let faith grow within me. I want to let kindness grow. Instead of feeling maybe angry about something or annoyed with someone, I want to be kind always. I want to let hope grow. So there's a lot of things that are happening in the world right now and happen every day that might make us feel hopeless. But I want to always let hope grow within my brain. I want to let joy grow. Again, there's a lot of hard things going on right now, but I want to always find the joy. And I want to let love grow. There's a lot of hate. A lot of people have hate in their heart, but I want to make sure I always have love in my heart. And these are not easy things to do, but I wrote them down so that I can put this up in my house and I can remember every day. These are the things that I'm working on keeping in my brain. And then you can decorate it. You could even cut it out if you wanted to. So I would love to see what you guys are choosing to let grow in your brain. If you message me a picture of your completed project, I will send you a treat. And again, if you would like a Bible, you can message me and I will send you a Bible, or you can come pick one up. Let's go ahead and close with our meditation and our prayer for protection. All right, so remember when we do our meditation, we like to make sure we're grounded. We like to put our feet on the ground, or we can lay on the ground if we're in a spot where that's possible. We might put our palms open on our lap. Take a deep breath. Our thoughts are prayers. Our thoughts are prayers, and we are always praying. Our thoughts are prayers. Take charge of what you're saying. Seek a higher consciousness, a state of peacefulness. And know that God is always there. And every thought becomes a prayer. And now we'll close with the prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Thank you for tuning in. I hope that you complete the craft and send me a picture of it. I would love to see it. And please remember, we are open if you would like to come in on Sunday and do this lesson in person. That would be awesome. We do have all the safety protocols in place, and we would love to see some friends. Thank you.